joins from the New York office, and he is the U.S. CRO of Future. Everyone, welcome Luke Edson.
It can be bleak some days when you think about Google and Facebook and Amazon, and then you stop right there, because that's the market. And so you think, well, what could you do that's defensible in a market like that, where you could never have the engineering power, you wouldn't have the marketing budget? The answer is change is our friend, which is when the market changes and we all adapt to that, we find new innovation, we find new ways to create value. And so we've got a diverse way that we monetize all of the users across all the brands. The big growing part of our business right now, I'm going to spend some time talking about it today, is e-commerce. So if you're in a specialist vertical like tech or gaming or music, oftentimes people are researching something that they're contemplating buying. And so we're constantly thinking about solving that problem. How do we maximize our page both to add value to the customer, but then to monetize at the highest yield? And e-commerce has become one of those methods where we just put commerce widgets, buy now. What's the actual way that a publisher can solve the commerce problem? Because we aren't Amazon. We make sense of it by thinking about what are all the questions that consumers could ask. Well, I want to do this. How can I do it? How does it work? Can I do? Should I buy? What's the best? Is it worth it? So there's a tremendous amount of inquiry that goes on that actually does lead to a little bit more of a simplified funnel-esque commerce journey. We are the authority in answering those valuable questions. Then we have every right to monetize, right? And because my page is the authority in answering a question that's going to drive your business, right? So natural fit for commerce. We'll see anything that's trending on Google, and we just ask ourselves, what are all the questions that could be asked? And we start to publish articles on them. What that does for us is build a tremendous amount of authority in the Google algorithmic search result. How to measure your wrist for a Fitbit is the last step in the consumer journey. This is now an evergreen article. It's on iMore, and the article still in the e-commerce widget sells 3,000 Fitbits a month. 40% of the clicks go to the first algorithmic result, and by the time you get to the fifth, it's less than 3%. And so getting the top result or having the top three really matters. The ads around the retail operation make a ton of sense, because this is my story. I'm telling in my language, and I'm telling it to the consumer. The ads wrapped around this then allow a brand to tell their story.
Perfect. Well, everyone, thanks so much, Luke Edson. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, John.